Hello, everyone. So today is my fourth video with Jason Walton, mortgage broker, and we've been covering some important topics. And so today, our topic is going to address something that may help people who may be struggling to determine if they can afford to buy a house or not. And this is the Step Up Down Payment Assistance Program. It's through the Alabama Housing Finance Authority. And we're going to find out who can benefit from that, what that is, and who can benefit from it. And I know that this market is not what your previous generations dealt with in some ways, because of inflation, because of the cost of living. Um, I mean, let's face it, I know the reality is it is not easy for some people to afford home ownership right now. And so that's why we in the industry are working to try to see what we can do to help you if that's what you want to do. And if you feel like it may be out of reach, well, let's see if we can find some solutions for you. So let's see what we can learn about this today. So Jason, tell us, what is the Step Up Down Payment Assistance Program and who's eligible to go this route?
Yeah, hey, thanks, Sarah.
Mhm.
One of the things you and I maybe talked about as a sidebar, kind of leading up to this,
Mhm.
was we talked about people that are still renting. And
Mhm.
so this is a perfect program for those people who were thinking that, hey, I can never afford a home. I don't have enough money to put down on a house. And that's normal for people to feel that way. So they'll just get
Mhm.
stuck in this rut of rent. But
Mhm.
the the down payment assistance program, or the step up program, there's no first time buyer requirement. It's eligible in the state of Alabama, and there's no minimum investment. The funding, the good thing is funding is always available because it's through the Alabama Housing Finance Authority. There's no acreage restriction. You can have a pool. It can be for a barn, like with those barn dominiums, as
Mhm.
long as it's not an income producing. Um,
Mhm.
And the way that works is there'll be a primary mortgage and then a second mortgage. And so the second mortgage is those can help pay for the per diem interest, any recording and transfer tax, a lot of the closing costs.
Mhm.
Um, and so there are some income limits. So on the FHA and the VA, it's based on the qualifying buyer's income. It's 130,600. Your credit score and your debt to income ratio. The debt to income ratio cannot exceed 45%. That is based off of what the person makes, their income. And then the minimum credit score for FHA VA is 640. Um, it's we'll use FHA for example. So with a regular FHA loan, there's a minimum down payment requirement of 3.5%. So this is for it's a real good product for the FHA, because it will absolutely cover that 3.5%, up to 10,000 $10,000. So it'll pay 4% up to 10,000, whichever is the lesser. The We've had recently, just last Friday, closed with a young man. You want to guess how old he was, being a new homeowner?
Um, 30.
24 years old.
Oh, wow. That's great.
24 years old. A perfect two bedroom, two bath house in
Mhm.
Florence, Alabama.
Mhm.
Um, Seller concessions got used on some things. He got into this down payment assistance program. Um, it works like a charm. Worked exactly how it's supposed to work.
Mhm.
He's he was texting me over the weekend asking me,
Mhm.
do I mount TVs? That's he was so excited. He was
Mhm.
calling me asking me, can I help him with that? Um,
Oh.
but now the other thing with this, so what is a little different with this program is with a 30-day lock, and so Alabama Housing Authority, they set the rates. We don't have anything to do with the rates. They will set the
Okay.
rates, but they'll also give you a lender credit back to
Okay.
help with those costs.
Okay.
But you will lock a rate for 30 days, and that is half of a percent for the amount of the loan.
Okay.
So for example, if it's a $135,000 house,
Mhm.
um, they're going to pay $675. They'll pay
Okay.
$675 to the Alabama Housing Authority to lock that rate. They're saying I'm committed to this rate for 30 days, or you can pay 0.75% for a 45-day lock. That doesn't go to us. That's money that's wired that they handle
Mhm.
all on their own.
Mhm.
But it's a
Okay.
great program.
Mhm.
I wished I could say his name, or the two gentlemen prior. Wish I could say their names,
Mhm.
but they were both tickled. They're
Mhm.
in their homes. One
Mhm.
person got back at closing $600, and one person brought $475 to the table.
Wow. Wow. I mean, I know that people feel like, and in many cases, it's a big commitment buying a house because this is something that you want to do long term. You don't necessarily want to do it for a year or two like you might a rental. But if you know you're going to be somewhere for a while and you're going to be working in that area, if you're going to be paying rent anyway, then why not own your own home? This is the perfect example of that. Is why, just as we had said before, why pay someone else's mortgage when you could be paying your own, right?
Absolutely.
So, okay, great. And so is there anything else you can tell us about the best way for a buyer to get access to this program?
Yeah, the best way I would recommend is, of course, give me a call.
Oh,
Um,
absolutely.
or shoot me an email. But there's
Yeah.
also information on the Alabama Housing Finance Authority website, which is
Mhm.
let's see, is ahfa.com,
Okay.
www.ahfa, and you can read all about the program on there. But of
Okay.
course, I would encourage you to give me a call,
Mhm.
um, and I'll gladly walk any of your clients or anybody through the process.
Okay, that's great to know. And thank you so much for sharing this option with us today. I'm sure there are people out there who didn't know that this was available and now they are more aware. So we're going to put your contact information in the comments after I post this video so they'll know how to reach out to you. And thank you again for sharing with us today, Jason.
Yeah, thank you, Sarah.
Absolutely.